Thank you all for joining. My name is Corey. I'm the trainer with Megamation. I've been trainer with Megamation and have probably talked to most of you at some point in the last 18 years. Um, Today, what I want to talk about, and this is not really going to be a training session. It's more just an information session. I'm going to talk about the AI features that we've incorporated into DirectLine and DirectLine Mobile, I should say. Um, I'm going to go through the features. I'm going to show you how they work, and what benefits you can get from them. This session this webinar is being recorded and will be posted online to be viewed later. So if if you know anyone who would be interested in it later, you can always pass on that link. If you have any questions, as we go, feel free to paste them in the chat or post them in the chat. Matt White is on board, and he'll be monitoring the chat. And we have a few spots. We got a few spots in the presentation where I'm going to be where I'll take questions, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Yeah, and I think that's it for housekeeping. So let's get started. So we've been doing this series of webinars to talk about features in the system, and this one is a pretty exciting one. It's pretty cool. It's been our stance for the last few years that we'll use AI in DirectLine where it makes sense. So we won't use AI for the sake of AI, but we use it where it makes sense. And the two examples that I'm going to show you today are places where it made sense, where it will provide value for our customers. So where are we currently using AI? We are using AI in the we're using AI for checklist generation. So we have an AI tool to generate maintenance checklists. We generate them from manuals, from equipment details, and from the web. We've been using this feature for, I believe, about a year now. We've gotten some good results with it, and I'm going to show them to you. Or I'm going to show you how it works, and I've got a few pretty good examples that'll give you an idea of how it works and what it gives you. The other spot that we're using AI is in DirectLine Mobile with a help me fix this option. So basically what this one does is it assists your technicians by analyzing a work description and generating troubleshooting tips. It doesn't give you a checklist, but it gives you kind of a place to get started. So it's good for junior staff, new hires, people who less useful for the guys with 40 years experience. But when new people are coming on, it's a good kind of jumpstart for troubleshooting problems. And I'll show you that one. It fits very nicely into DirectLine Mobile, and it works very well with what we're already doing in mobile. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the AI checklist generation. So the checklists in DirectLine are a very useful tool. We've made a lot of improvements to them over the last couple of years. They tie in great with mobile. It allows you to complete your checklists right from your smartphone or tablet, and then it can auto-generate follow-up work orders. It can record readings. There's a lot of things you can do with the checklists in DirectLine and DirectLine Mobile. But one of the downfalls to checklists has always been how long it takes to create them and how long it takes to, do the research and set them up. And the AI checklist generation tool kind of speeds that up for you. So what we do is we use multiple AI sources to generate a checklist. You can give it as much data as you have, or as little as you want to create a checklist. The more data you give it, the more specific your checklist is going to be. So you can create something that's just a general checklist just by saying, give me a monthly checkup or a monthly checklist, and it will do that. It'll give you that gives you just kind of general checks. Or you can get very detailed, put in equipment model specifications. You can even upload a manual to get a very concise checklist. And everything it generates, every checklist that it generates is modifiable. So you're not generating a checklist and then saying, okay, this is what AI gave me, now that's what I'm stuck with. AI is giving you a baseline. It's saying, here's what we found, here's what our comparative AI tool has recommends for a checklist, and then it gives you the opportunity to add it. It gives you suggestions that you can add or remove. It's very nice, and it speeds things up so that you can get your checklist into your PM program a little bit quicker. Okay, so we'll see it on our on the checklist creation window. In the top right hand corner, we have this AI baseline checklist button, and you'll see there's a logo here. This little blue and yellow logo is our AI logo. So anywhere there's AI in the system, you will see that AI logo. So as new features get added, you may see that AI logo in different spots. So we have our standard checklist definition entry screen. We have the AI checklist button. When we click on that, it's going to take us to this AI checklist generator screen. So from here, as I said, we can make this as we can add as much or as little information as we want. So with our checklist generator, we can put in a piece of equipment. We can use the magnifying glass and we can search for equipment within the system. You can find your specific equipment and fill it in, along with the manufacturer, model, and description. You can also edit these fields. You can also edit these fields manually. So if you don't have a piece of equipment to link to it, you could just type in a manufacturer. You could type in a manufacturer, you could type in a model, and you could generate a checklist that way. The checklist types. In frequency, we can select, whether we want this to be a weekly, monthly, semi-annual, or annual checklist. So when AI is generating it, it'll look at, okay, for this centrifugal pump, what tasks should we be doing to it every month, and then we might generate another checklist that's quarterly or annual, and we'll get different tasks that way. The next section, include types. So when we say include types, this would be task types. Okay, so manually, for my examples, I always use manual input, numbers, mins, maxes, yes, no's, pass, fails, and option lists. We could also include date and time, but I tend to leave, or I've left those off for the example here because I don't really think we need to put date or time with the examples that I'm using. Then the checklist type can be preventive maintenance checklist or inspection checklists or whatever type of checklist you're using. The bottom section is agent criteria. So we're using two different AI agents, and we're using two different AI agents. We can select whether to use both or just one, and we can with the agent approach, we can do comparative, which is where it'll use both agents. It'll compare and combine the results, or we can use non-comparative, and it'll generate the two checklists and it'll combine them it will just combine them rather than comparing them. Comparative, it'll use only the results that are similar. So once we fill this information, we hit next, and then it brings us to this screen, which in this screen, it's going to show us our progress, the progress that it as it generates the checklist, the API status. So these are our two agents, and it gives you the status of whether they're up, meaning we're connecting to it, or if there's a problem and we can't connect to it, it's letting you know right here in the oh, hold on. I clicked and I shouldn't have. It's letting us know right here if we're able to connect to those. The equipment description. So this is giving us a description based off the equipment information that we put in the last the equipment information that we put in the last screen, right? So I selected a piece of equipment. It was my pump number 3, and this is the information it got from it. I can, in this equipment description, add more information to it if I want to. Okay, so if I get here and I say, okay, I should also mention that the pump is mounted horizontally, or that it's run on a diesel engine rather than electric, or whatever additional information that I want to put in here, I can add into this description. So I generated checklists. I generated the same checklist twice. Okay. And I did that because I wanted to point out, or I wanted to show you the difference we get when we run, depending on how much information we put in. Okay. So as I'm putting this information in on one screenshot here, I've just got my equipment description. I didn't add a manual, and I hit generate checklist. That generated one checklist for me. Then I ran it again, and you'll see I ran it for the exact same equipment, same information, but I added a manual. So now when I add the manual, now the AI tool is not just using that description and the web searches, it's using the description, the web searches, and a manual that I'm providing it. So this is the case of the more information I can give it, the better, the more concise my checklist is going to be. And here's the comparison of what I got when I ran those two checklists. So this one on the left is the one I ran without the manual. The tasks are a little bit more the tasks are a little bit more general. It's less concise. It's a longer checklist because it's trying to cover things that it doesn't know about, right? It's trying to make sure that everything is covered. Whereas the second one, we used the manual, so it was able to go in the manual and pick out exactly the points that need to be done monthly for that equipment. So more information, more concise checklist, and likely more, or it should be a more accurate checklist if we give it more information. So as always, or as you can do all through the system, you can upload manuals into the system, or parts of manuals, or the maintenance section of your manual, or whatever into DirectLine, and now you can make your AI checklist generator use that manual to create that checklist. So rather than just having it attached to a PM and sending a technician out with that manual to do what the manual says, well, now you can turn that into a checklist. And I want to just jump over into the actual system, and I want to show you kind of I want to show you the screen that comes in between this generator and the checklists, because in between there, after I hit generate checklist, this is what I see. Okay, so this is my checklist AI generator in the background. When I hit generate checklist, and it takes a couple of minutes because AI is not instantaneous. It's got to do its searches and its comparisons, and then it gives me this screen. Okay. On this screen, I have a draft from agent one, right? Because remember, we're using two AI agents. I have a draft from agent one, I have a draft from agent two, and then I have the merged results. Okay. And there's a note here. It says use add on the draft rows to append the items or type directly. And as you're adding items, you just separate them with a blank line. So this is the checklist. If I hit accept and send, this is the checklist it's going to create. Okay. If I wanted to remove a line from here, I would just highlight it and I'd hit delete on my keyboard and it'd take it out. If I wanted to add a line, I can just add a blank line and then I can just add an additional item. Alternatively, I can go through the drafts that came from each agent, right? So agent one pulled out, decided this is the information we need. This is how I would build this checklist. So here it is. So I can go through this and I can say, okay, well, I want to add, I want to add this drain and replace gear oil. So I'm going to hit add right here, and that's going to add that to my checklist. Okay, I can scroll through and I can find any others that I might want to add. I can do the same thing with my agent 2 draft. And I can add that in. And you see the ones that are already on there, the add is grayed out. So we can always tell what's there and what's not. Then from there, I can hit accept and send, and that's going to generate this checklist. Right? I've got my additional items at the bottom. Once I have it here in this checklist, this is the familiar checklist form that you're used to seeing. I can edit it still from here. So I could say, well, I don't want drain and replace gear oil to be way down at the bottom. I want that up near the top. So I can click on it, drag it, and drop it up here. The very first line right here. This is and this is a very important line. This says, this is AI generated checklist. Please review and verify before use. So basically what we're saying is you're generating this from AI, but remember, AI is not perfect. So go through it, make sure it's what you want. If it's not what you want, you can edit any of these tasks. You can remove a task, like removing that text line from the start once I'm all ready. Or if you just don't like it, you can always hit AI baseline checklist and just start over. Right? So the AI checklist generation is there to save you time. It's there to help you find help you find the tasks that you should have, but it isn't perfect, and we recognize that. So we want to make sure to give you a place, or we want to make sure to give you the option to edit it, and we want to make sure we remind everyone who uses it that you should be checking the AI's work to make sure it's right. Excuse me. So if I wanted to start over, I would just hit AI baseline checklist, or I can just hit save, and then that checklist is ready to attach to PMs or work orders or wherever we want to attach it. Does anybody have any questions about the AI checklist generation? I hope. Oh,
Nope, I don't see any currently, Corey.
Okay. All right. I hope that means that everybody's just super excited about it and ready to go, ready to start using it. I think that it will save a lot of time, especially for anyone who's getting started with checklists, who's starting to use, maybe starting to convert their document or their paper process to electronic checklists. I think it will be a big help for a lot of people.
Jack Grump is asking when Shep would get this AI tool.
That's a very good question, and I will take it. I'll I'll take I'll take note of your name, and I'll reach out to your account manager. I'll ask your account manager
Yeah.
to reach out to you.
And yeah, Shauna, you can talk to Sean.
Yeah.
We'll let him know you asked.
Yeah, I will definitely let you know.
Oh, we prepared everyone to be expecting some calls and stuff.
Okay. So, yeah, anyway, anyone who because this chat is saved, anyone who asked about it, I'll let your account managers know that you're interested in it. All right. Okay. So the next the next feature is not it's a little bit, well, it's quite a bit different, and it doesn't it's not really for admin staff. It's for the people using the DirectLine Mobile, for the people out in the field to kind of help them out, and maybe help them work a little bit more efficiently as well. And that would be our Help Me Fix It tool. What this tool is for, or what this tool does, it gives us AI generated troubleshooting suggestions based on the work description of the work order. So it works really well if you have a very detailed work description. The less detailed work description you have, the less accurate it's going to be able to be. It gives us step-by-step guidance, and I'm going to show you how that works in some screenshots, and then I'll bring up the system and show you. It's and it gives you a chance at the end to rate the answer so we can improve future recommendations. So this is a tool that's going to get better as people use it, as people take advantage of it. It will improve. So we find Help Me Fix This under in our action button on the DirectLine Mobile. So when you're looking at a work order, down on the bottom right-hand corner, you have your little wrench button, the same one you use to clock in or to reassign a work order. Right at the bottom, we have the Help Me Fix This. Again, we have our AI logo there, which we'll see every time. When we click when we click Help Me Fix This, these are it's going to take our instructions and or sorry, it's going to take our work description, and it's going to generate some suggestions. Okay, so it's going to show us assumptions and requirements, and then it's going to give us this. Okay, these are the steps that the AI agent gives us, and I'm going to go into the system, and I'm going to show you this in real time in a few minutes. But it's going to give us this list. It looks similar to our checklists, except that it gives us a checkbox for each item as you go through those steps. Okay, so you can check things off. So you know you've already tried that. You can also, if you read through them and it's not applicable for your situation, you can hit the little trash can on the right-hand side and it'll just remove it from that list. Once you've solved your problem, or or hit a wall and found that the tips were not helpful, you can use the rating system to decide whether whether it was helpful or not. So here's what that looks like in real time. So this is the DirectLine Mobile. I'm sure you've all seen it at some point, whether you use it now or or it's been demonstrated for you. This is the DirectLine Mobile. So here is my work list. So this is all of my work orders. I'm going to take this compressor work order right here, and I'm going to go and look at this compressor and see what's going on with it. May have left my mobile system open too long. So I'm going to take my work order. There we go. I opened this about an hour ago and it was idling for too long. So as I mentioned, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our little wrench button, our little action button. When we click on that, we have our list of actions, and we have help me fix this right at the bottom. Okay, so here's the steps that it generated for us. Here are the things we should be checking. The assumptions and requirements that I showed you in the first screenshot is right up here. It's folded up into this title. When we click on that, it will give us that. Excuse me. It'll show us all of those notes. So we can go through this and we can check things off. So we can review alarm history if available. Well, we can review that, or if we don't have alarms on our compressor, then we hit the little trash can and take it out. Apply lotto, we did that. Inspect drive components. Rotate the compressor pump by hand. We did that. Maybe we found the problem right here, so we're done. Right? Or maybe we continue and we check everything else off. When we get to the bottom, ask us how helpful was this, and we can rate it. Or if we check them all off and we still didn't find the problem, we want to try again, we can hit regenerate, and it'll check with AI again. Right? Now we have a new list of tasks that we can work through. So it's not, like I said, it's not replacing 40 years of experience. The idea with this is to give your newer staff, people who are just getting started out, or even experienced staff who's working with a new piece of equipment, giving them a head start, giving them a jump on it, on their troubleshooting, maybe a starting point when you're not sure where to get started. Then, as I said, we can down at the bottom, we can rate our answer out of 5, and we can save. And then when we do that, that helps the system learn, helps the system improve future suggestions. So the help me fix it tool is a little bit it's not as complex as the AI checklists. It's probably not going to be as widely used as the AI checklists, but it is another tool. It is one of those spots where we thought makes sense to have AI there. When you have I know I've done it when I have to fix something. I jump on Google, or I go to ChatGPT, or I go to YouTube and search for a solution. our thought was put that right into DirectLine, put that those suggestions that you're looking for right into DirectLine Mobile, right in the hands of your users.
So Corey, there is a question. It is, if you don't use the work definitions or work description, I'm assuming, will this function still work? Like, do you need to have something in the work description? And can you add that in when you're there? If like the work order doesn't have it, but you arrive, and can you type in a new work description and then run it?
You could, as long as you have access to edit the work order, and
Gotcha. Okay.
with the new with the latest version of DirectLine, which is the one this AI checklist generator would, or sorry, the help me fix this feature would be in. I believe you can edit the work description on the work order, but it does only use the information that's in the work description. So if no one's putting in work descriptions, then if no one's putting in work descriptions, then it wouldn't really have anything to generate off of. Though I think that everyone would be putting something in the work description, because when I say work description, I mean what I'm referring to is the is this part right here, right? Where we're
Yes.
saying the air compressor has a squealing sound.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever's reporting the problem, I would think would be putting something into that work description. Standard work units already stored in the system. That's a good question. I think the standard work units will
that be in the documents?
I believe that falls into the function section of the function section of the work order. So I don't think that would hit the work description, but that might be something that we could do, that we could put a link between the two if that's what you're using. Check comments listed on past work orders. It does not. Not unless you have, and really you'd only have it for PMs where you would copy over comments from previous work orders. Yeah, this tool wouldn't use information from previous work orders. However, all the previous work orders are available from when you're in DirectLine Mobile. So you can get that information in a separate search, right? You could go to work order search and you could search by equipment and look up the full history of a piece of equipment. As of right now, though, this only takes from the work description. I'll definitely take those 2 points, the standard work units and comments from past work orders. I'll take those as suggestions to our R&D team for sure. As I said, this AI help me fix this tool is only in the very latest version of DirectLine Mobile, so it's new, right? It's something that it's new, so we're happy to improve it. If people have suggestions of things that might improve it, we're happy to look into those suggestions.
Mike, we will let your account manager know, and he will get back to you about as far as the upgrade queue, where you're at, what we can do, how we can move that along.
Yeah. All right. Are there any other questions?
I have one. I'd just like to actually throw to people. As Corey's mentioned a lot, we are very excited about AI and what it can do. And this is more, it doesn't have to be right now, but if you come across something in your work or with DirectLine that you think AI could be useful, whether it's running a report or something we don't know, let us know, because we always love to hear ideas from our clients if there's kind of things out there. So as we kind of are finding stuff out, we rely on our clients to as well kind of come back to us with some thoughts and ideas. So if, something beyond what you've seen here, please, call your account manager, reach out to Corey, call me, let us know.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Well, the AI function on the desktop, are you talking about how do you fix this, Ruben? I'm guessing. Corey, do you know if there would be that ability? No. Okay.
No, that's a mobile only feature because it requires the mobile architecture to work. So you'll only see that in the DirectLine Mobile. You if you subscribe to DirectLine Mobile, you can access mobile from a PC. So you could use that feature that way. If you don't subscribe to DirectLine Mobile, but you would like to have this feature, you could talk to your account manager. They might be able to do something with that, but I couldn't say for sure yes or no. I'm thinking it probably would require the mobile. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll I've got the recording of this session. Like I said, I'm going to post it. I'll post it probably tomorrow morning. And everyone who attended, I'll send you a link to it, or you'll be able to find it on our YouTube page, on our YouTube channel. Definitely feel free to follow us on our YouTube channel. I've got it here on the screenshot, or check out our knowledge base at help.megamation.com. And of course, you can find us on social media on LinkedIn. I can't remember what our handle is on LinkedIn, but if you search for Megamation, you'll definitely find us on there. So thank you all very much for joining. I really appreciate you all, and have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.